Hey Facebook, it's your friendly nosy neighbors, Jessica Cardon
and Elyse Powell
with the Murdoch Man-Wearing Company. Thanks for joining us today. Make sure to like and follow our page so you keep in the know on all things about Southeast Idaho. And if you love real estate like we love real estate, head over to the Murdoch Man-Wearing Company page and follow that because there's some awesome stuff going on in real estate.
Right.
Today, we're out at, well, the location we're on Lincoln Road, almost to the corner of Hitt and Lincoln. And you might, when you drive by here, just think it's kind of a industrial area.
It's definitely set back a little bit off of Lincoln Road.
Yeah, we're set back
right
a little bit. There's quite a bit of construction over here to the east. You might recognize the Costco going in on over here.
That's right.
But where we're at is we're over here at Apex Fitness and Performance, and we're going to be talking to Pic PT, which is physical therapy. And so they're new in Idaho Falls, and so we thought, why don't we come down and talk about it? It's kind of a neat little place that's a little bit unique. It's got some unique offerings. So let's go and take a look.
Yeah, let's go see.
Oh, let me get the door for you.
Well, thank you. Well, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, hello.
Good.
So we're the nosy neighbors, wondering if we can ask some questions about Pic PT and Apex.
Sure, I'd be happy to help. Thanks for coming in.
Fantastic. So tell us who you are.
So my name is Dr. Cordell Pickering. I'm actually the owner of Pic PT Physical Therapy and one of the owners of Apex Fitness and Performance. So what do you guys want to know?
All right, so tell us, what is Pic PT?
So Pic PT is a physical therapy company that I created in 2019. It's kind of funny because sometimes when I tell people Pic PT, they think I'm saying Pig PT. And I just say, hey, that's great. We actually have barbecues every Friday, and if you have a tight hamstring, we'll stretch out your hamstring.
So it all works.
Yeah, so now I enunciate the Pic PT, but I'm a physical therapy company. Our first location was in Rexburg, Idaho, and then Idaho Falls was our second location, which is here.
And how long have you guys been here in Idaho Falls?
So we've been here in Idaho Falls for since November. Yeah, so it's been about over half of a year that we've been here.
A little rough time to get started and opening up in a physical therapy office.
Yeah, well, and just business in general due to COVID-19. But so we've been open up for about 6 months. Apex Fitness Performance is a fitness center that's right next to Costco, so it's kind of an interesting place to be.
Yeah.
But we also work with lots of athletes. Right now we're actually doing some performance training for some younger between 11 and 18-year-old camp, a strength and conditioning camp that we're doing right now. But for physical therapy though, we specialize in orthopedics, spine, sports, and vestibular rehab is what we do.
Okay, so when you come in here, when you first see it from the road, you're seeing Apex Fitness.
Yeah.
What are they expecting when they're coming in to come to Pic PT? Are they coming because they have an injury?
Yeah.
Are they coming, is it normal injury physical therapy?
Yeah, so anyone that has an injury, the nice thing about physical therapy in Idaho is we have direct access. So a lot of people have a misconception where if they go to, if they have an injury, they go to the doctor and then get a referral to physical therapy. But you actually don't have to do that. You can just go to a local physical therapist. So if you sprain your ankle or if you have low back pain, which 80% of Americans do, you can actually just call Pic PT and we can schedule you and you come right in.
Is that covered by insurance?
Yeah.
Is the same way? Does it work the same way as if you're referred by a
so
doctor?
we accept all major insurance companies. Also, we do offer cash-based services as well. But yeah, that's not a problem. We definitely accept all insurances.
Okay, so tell us how they find out more information. So if they think they want to come in and talk about physical therapy, maybe they've got some pain or something, how do they get a hold of you?
So yeah, we are on all social media platforms. So we're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We also have a website called picpt.com. So yeah, all the information's on there and they're able to email us if they have any questions for Pic PT. So the cool thing about Pic PT though for Idaho Falls is this gym that we have in here is very, very unique for the Idaho Falls or East Idaho area. There's not very many physical therapy clinics that are within a performance gym. So it's kind of actually a cool, unique location that we have for the gym. And the Apex Fitness and Performance is another company that me and a couple other guys own. And we are wanting to provide fitness, general fitness, so anyone can get a membership here. You don't have to be in sports to get a membership at this gym. But you're welcome to come in from the community, but we also do sports performance training. So rugby, soccer, volleyball, we have quite a few personal trainers, and that's what we do here.
Well, because when you walk in, and you see this, you think, this doesn't look like a physical therapy office. So
No,
are you
exactly.
doing physical therapy right here in this area?
Yeah, so if you want to come over here and I can show you, I have 2 offices at this location.
Here's what, there we go.
Yeah, so I
Here's
have
the
one in
physical
there.
therapy
And
rooms.
if you look in here, this just kind of gives you an idea of what my office looks like.
Okay.
And it's kind of nice because it provides, when we have music in here, it gets a little loud, so there's some privacy that you get with physical therapy. So, you know, if I see someone that has a knee replacement and they just need to do stuff that's more at a table, we can come in here and have more of a private session that's in this room. But I also, if I have someone that wants to get back to doing powerlifting, we can come out in the gym and do the rest of the exercises out in the gym.
So are you mainly focused on athletic physical therapy?
No, so since I have my second location in Rexburg, I see a lot of spine and vestibular patients and orthopedic patients. So
What is vestibular?
Yeah. So-
I'd like Elyse to say that word so I don't look like I have any idea.
So vestibular rehab deals with the inner ear and dizziness. Yeah, so
Like balance too.
Yeah, so balance. So as we age, balance becomes a problem for most older adults, and people that have falls in their older ages, that's something you want to avoid at all costs. Once you get over the age of like 80, you just want to avoid having a fall altogether.
Or 40.
Or 40. Yes, 40.
I'd like to avoid falls at all costs.
Exactly. Everyone wants to avoid falls at all costs. And actually people that are even, younger will have inner ear issues. It's not generally for older people, because all the time people say, well, isn't dizziness more for older people? No, it's not. It's just yesterday I saw a patient she was in her 40s and she had an inner ear issue, and you can actually treat that with physical therapy. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah. So a common thing when people sit up from bed, they'll get the world will be spinning, and they freak out and they go to the hospital because they think like I'm having a stroke or something like that, which is for good reason that they would think that, but it's actually an inner ear issue. And so not all physical therapists specialize in that, but I've had a lot of experience with that, and I treat a lot of patients with that as well.
So if somebody is having some dizziness or some balance issues, they could even just come, maybe call you first.
Exactly. Like I was saying with direct access, if someone is having spinning when they get out of bed or when they go lay in bed, or they just, you have someone's grandmother where they're concerned about her falling, we have a fall risk program it's called the PIC PT Falls Risk Program that we run, and we actually do it in Rexburg, where we're trying to help people that are over the age of 70 to reduce their chance of falling, because in assisted living centers, that's a common thing that occurs with people. They have higher fall rates in those areas. So that's a program that we've started in Rexburg. Sadly, with COVID-19, we haven't been able to go to some of the assisted living centers just because to make sure that there's no spreading of the COVID-19. So, which that kind of brings me to my other point. Can I bring up my COVID-19 Facebook group page?
Yes.
Okay, so
that was a smooth transition.
Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know, but I have a Facebook group. It's called Stand Up to COVID-19 Support East Idaho Local Business. It's on Facebook, and it's a group I created in March of this year to kind of help combat the damage that comes from COVID-19 to all the local businesses in East Idaho. So I wanted to do something to provide a platform for local businesses to advertise their services. Hey, we're still opening, or we may not be having dine-in restaurant, but we're doing carry-out stuff. So, and then a place where people can say, hey, how do I get in contact with this place? Or my favorite restaurant is closed. Does anyone know how to get in contact with the owners? And so, so I highly recommend anyone that wants to help out local businesses to join that group.
Because it's not a page, it's a closed group.
It's a group, yeah.
So you got to ask to join.
Exactly,
Gotcha.
You ask to join. It's very easy to be, and it's been a great group that's helped out a lot of businesses. I've had a lot of businesses contact me, very appreciative of this group that's been able to help them kind of get things rolling again since COVID-19 happened.
Yeah, I love that. Tell them the name one more time so you can go ahead and
join.
join.
So it's Stand Up to COVID-19 Support East Idaho Local Business, and it's on Facebook.
And speaking of Facebook, does Apex have a Facebook as well?
Yeah, so Apex does have a Facebook page. We actually just, I think 2 weeks ago, we did a Winning Wednesday with East Idaho News.
Great.
Gave away a free membership, and we were trying to do something to help the community where anyone that we're all about healthy living and live life moving. That's actually on the back of my shirt.
Oh, there it is.
So I'm all about that. That's what physical therapy is all about.
Okay, so speaking of that, as we look here,
yes.
This is a unique gym. This is, when I walked in here, I first thought of it kind of like a professional. Well, my brother plays professional football. It's like an
It's like a warehouse gym,
right?
Yeah. So
because this isn't a bunch of treadmills lining the walls and
no,
those kind of things.
It's not your Planet Fitness.
Yeah,
it's not your Planet Fitness.
This ain't your mama's Planet Fitness. I shouldn't say Planet Fitness.
Yeah. So actually, over here, Garrett, he's the one with the hat. He's one of the owners. He's training right now, but he's over here all the time. Super passionate about training and helping people. And we have bench presses. We actually have all Rogue equipment. So Rogue equipment is the Cadillac of weightlifting equipment. Nice. So it is the best of the best that you can get. If you actually, on the TV, and all the strongman competitions, they use Rogue equipment.
Oh, you see it all over.
Yeah, so on the TV, we have Rogue equipment. That's the stuff that we use here. So
is this mainly strength weightlifting?
Yeah, for the most part it is, but the nice thing, if you come over here, we have dumbbells. We also have different things
Those
for agility.
Those are really big dumbbells.
Yeah, so the biggest that we have is, I think 135 pounds is the biggest dumbbell that we have. So,
wow.
And then we have the deadlift platforms that we use. So my wife and I actually were the ones that spray painted the logo on the platforms.
That's awesome. I love that.
So just different equipment over here. We have boxes that we use for agility stuff as well. And
so agility, when you say that, so there's a lot of weightlifting here. What are things they're doing for agility? I mean, like I think of this as like it's a box jump or something, but you've got, it looks like speed. Yeah,
so for sports, the most important thing isn't just strengthening and getting strong as possible, or stretching and getting as flexible as possible. It's also about having a good balance between everything, and agility is incorporated with that. So we actually have an ACL program that we do for athletes. So female basketball players, soccer players, they're at the highest risk for getting ACL tears. I actually just saw one this week. So we incorporate a training program to make sure you have good flexibility, good strength, and good agility or motor control throughout, so you don't have it's less likely to have an ACL tear, because when you have an ACL tear as an athlete, that's something that can ruin a senior's year, and possibly at the collegiate level as well. So it's something that's it's a very common thing, especially in the female population as well. So agility, we have our turf here, so we do a lot of different agility exercises, but then we also have some of our strongman stuff in the corner. So we have our log and a yoke that we do strongman competitions, and actually this 4th of July, we're doing a strongman competition here at the gym.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a lot of different strongman competitions here, and then outside with some of the training that's going on, there's a bunch of other strongman competition or equipment out there. So
do you need to have a membership to get involved in that, or can anybody sign up?
No, so there is a sign up fee. It's $20 sign up fee, but it includes an Apex shirt that you get for joining, and you don't need a membership. You just come in, and we're going to be pulling semis and lifting up cars.
So how would someone get signed up for that?
So if they just go to our Facebook page, it's on there, and then there's a link you go to.
It's on Apex's Facebook page.
Yes, Apex Fitness and Performance. So you just go on that, sign in, and there's a link there, and you put in your information, and it'll be this 4th of July. So kind of a fun event. Can
someone just come and watch?
Yeah, the community's welcome. They can come in. We'll have some snacks, and trying to get some food trucks to come in so people can purchase some food while they're
there. What time will that start on Saturday?
So I think it starts at 9 in the morning, and it's a 3-hour event that's going to be going on.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah.
Really
so if somebody wanted just the basics, like the treadmill, do you have that kind of equipment here?
Well, so if you look over here, this is actually the one treadmill that we have. We can go upstairs, and you can see we have a section that we use for stretching and
this doesn't look like a normal treadmill.
No, it's not. It's self-propelled.
It's
self-propelled. So people have to move it. So we will be getting some more equipment in the near future. We just haven't gotten to it yet. So, but if you actually come up here, I can show you.
Very cool.
What this looks like.
So as we go up here, if someone isn't really knowledgeable, like when you think about going into a gym, a lot of times you do things on your own, right? You go in and you just use the equipment. Can that happen here, or is this more you come in, you got a trainer or someone that's going to kind of help you through what your routine needs to be?
Well, the nice thing is we actually have a little bit of both. So we have some people that come in that actually compete in competitions for powerlifting. One of our trainers actually just broke a state record for a snatch in Olympic lifting this last week. So one of our female trainers.
Cool.
So but if you have someone that comes in and they're not really aware and they've never exercised before, that's not a problem. Our personal trainers go over very basic exercises to make sure that they're safe before they do like an Olympic lift or something like that that's more technical. So we have a little bit of both, where we have trainers that are qualified to teach more technical lifts, but then we also have training that's just for basic strengthening and being healthy. So
do they pay extra when they join the gym to have personal training?
Yes, they do. So the training that you can have a gym membership, which is $39.99 a month, and then also personal training on top of that. But it's very simple. You just schedule with one of our trainers, and
can they do that through your Facebook?
Yeah, they can message us and we'll schedule that with them. So.
And how many trainers do you have?
So right now at our gym, we have 4 trainers at our gym. So and then I'm the physical therapist at this gym, but I have 2 other physical therapists that are at my Rexburg location up there. So that's where we're at right now. But we'll keep getting more trainers in the future. We'll get as many as we can fit in this area. Great.
So this is like, it seems like an area up here you can come out and kind of do.
Yeah, so people that want to stretch or do any stretching with the ball, or I do some physical therapy stuff up here, and then we also have
a few of your machines and the row
few of the
machine.
machines. We definitely have emphasized more of the strength and performance side of things, but in the future we'll have a couple more treadmills up here and a Stairmaster.
So if we've got someone who's an athlete, maybe it's a high school kid or something like that wants to improve their performance, is that a personal trainer situation? How do they get involved? Do you have classes? How does that work?
So,
because I noticed you got a group of kids.
Yeah. So
what do they have to
we
offer?
also offer. So we do offer group classes. So we have our rugby team that comes in during the winter, and there's about 37 kids that come in to do group classes with Garrett, our main trainer. We also do one-on-one training with athletes. So we have a couple football players, a couple basketball players that come in and do very specific training with our trainers. So both, you can do both. We have some group training that we do, but the main thing I recommend, if there's any parents or high schoolers or even middle schoolers that are wanting to get some performance training, just contact us, message us on Facebook or call us, and we'll be able to get something that fits that person. So we want to make sure we're well balanced for all of the community for sports.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I want to go down here as we talk about this and look at, you've got some cool things outside that you don't find in a lot of other gyms.
That's right.
Sure.
Well, and you said you have a camp going on this week. Do you have any more camps coming up this summer that people could still join?
So right now, we don't have any camps as of yet. So I think this is one camp that we're doing right now.
Yes.
Because we didn't want to do too many camps with COVID-19.
Yeah, you're not quite sure what's going on.
We don't want to get a ton of things going on. So we're just gonna take it a little bit easy, see how this one goes, and then look at the next one in the future. So we do have 2 locker rooms in here for boys and girls, so people can come in, change, take a shower, and all that stuff.
Good.
So, but yeah, so out here we have some of the more strongman equipment that we use. We have tires and rocks.
And rocks.
Yeah, rocks.
I noticed that. I saw them in the kids. I'm like, they're picking up the rocks. This is the caveman style.
Yeah, we also have Atlas stones, those round stones. It's very common for powerlifters to do that. So. Gracie over here is one of our other trainers, and she's working with some of the kids, just doing some fun training. So the main thing we want to make sure we're teaching them is how to lift properly and safely, because for younger kids, I don't think they really get that as much. They don't know how to do proper lifting.
Right.
They just get in the gym and they're 8th grade football coach, just go to the gym and lift weights and stuff, and they go, and then they're more prone to having an injury. But the nice thing here is we're trying to teach kids to do it safely, and it's kind of building a good foundation, so as they get in high school and even the collegiate level, they'll be even better prepared to perform better and have less of an issue, or have an injury. So.
Well, yeah, I think that a lot of times for athletes, that the foundation is the part that they can carry through.
Sure, it's very important.
I love that.
Yeah, because injuries, that's the one thing you don't want to have an injury. But the nice thing though is, if an injury does occur with the physical therapy that we have here, we can actually get the athlete back into the rehab program, and then from there, then they can slowly transition back into the training, and so it's all more cohesive and better for the athlete.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, it's awesome. The stuff that you guys have going on here, I'm going to step back in so you don't have to squint your eyes as much. This is awesome. This is a very unique, for someone who's looking for something for performance improvement
Sure.
and those things.
Yeah.
What a great thing. But I really love the idea of Pic PT and saying, hey, sometimes when you have an injury or you have pain, you don't necessarily have to run to the hospital.
Yeah, exactly. You can come here, and that's the reason why I called it Pic PT. My last name is Pickering, Dr. Pickering, but I also want people to pick physical therapy because we have an opioid epidemic in the U.S. So a lot of doctors are actually trying to push people away from opioids and to more conservative treatments like physical therapy.
Right.
So that's why I wanted to do Pic PT, is to get people to pick physical therapy, to come pick physical therapy at Pic PT.
It's such a great opportunity to combine that physical therapy with the working out and weight training and all of that.
Yeah, so I think we're the only one in this area that really has anything like this. I mean, usually when you think of physical therapy, you think of going to the hospital or going to a clinic, and they don't have like this type of equipment.
Right.
So, and this is becoming more popular actually around the U.S. with this type of physical therapy. So,
Well, it's taking care of your body so it can heal and become stronger instead of just dealing with symptoms.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean just for like an athlete. That means just for someone that wants to go hiking again and they have back issues. I mean, I see that all the time where I've actually had a patient a while ago that his biggest goal, he had back surgery, and he wanted to go hunting in Alaska. And he said, I got a hunting trip planned for Alaska. And so it was way cool to see after I got done with rehab, and I got some pictures from him like a couple months later with him in Alaska. He was fishing and he was hunting, and he was so appreciative, like, hey, you got me back to living life moving, and I really enjoyed it. And that's what it's all about. I mean, that's what PT is all about, is helping people elevate their life and live life moving.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so let's double check. So you're on Facebook.
Yeah.
Follow you on Facebook. You've got Pic PT, and you've got Apex.
Yeah, Apex Fitness
and
Performance.
COVID.
Yeah,
follow the COVID.
Facebook, Stand Up to COVID-19 Support East Idaho Local.
There's a lot of things that people need to be following on Facebook.
Yeah.
Dr. Pickering, I want to call you just Pic. Can I just call you Pic? I just like
Pic.
that. Dr. Pic. I love it. But that's awesome. You should be following some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Really cool stuff. That's awesome. Tell them the phone number one more time to call if they are looking for information.
Yeah, so 208-534-7001. So if you call that number, we could help you out with everything for physical therapy, Apex Fitness and Performance, anything like that.
That's awesome. It's awesome. All right, give them a call. Check it out. This is a really cool spot. Something new and awesome here in Idaho Falls, and I think it's well worth your time.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ladies, for
Thank you.
coming
I love
in.
that.
Yeah.
All right, this has been Jessica Cardon
And Elyse Powell.
your nosy neighbors, keeping you in the know.